What's up, fellas? So I got a question from one of my coworkers, and he asked if a woman cheats in a marriage and you take her back, but the marriage lasts till the rest of your life and hers, was it worth it? Was it worth taking her back? So, to to cut down that question a little bit, basically what he's asking is it worth taking a woman back after she cheats on you? Fellas, let me give you a cause and effect phenomena here. What's the cause and effect? Cause and effect phenomena is X happens because Y happened, or Y happened because X happened first, right? Something took place first, and then followed by that event, the result of that made something else happen. What is the first event that took place in this case? The first event that took place was she cheated on you. She cheated on the guy. Now, when an incident happens, there's multiple outcomes and scenarios that can happen from it. You can sit there and analyze it all, right? But before you do that, let me ask you this. Why? Why are you weighing out pros and cons of marriage, of lasting it together, lasting a while with the girl, of her cheating on you? Why are you focusing on any of this? Why are you even asking me this question? The only thing you should be weighing out is how much return on your investments you're going to get once you put your money into this next stock fund, or into this real estate property, or into yourself, because maybe you're going to school for aerospace engineering, or maybe you're going to school for electrician or plumbing, and you need to weigh out the pros and cons. I'm putting on this much money and this much time, and I'm going to get out this much in return. Fellas, we have to stop thinking about females. Females have an abundance mindset naturally. Do you know why? Because so many beta cucks are complimenting them, or in their orbits surrounding them, giving them free validations. That's why they naturally automatically know that if one leaves, somebody else will come. They don't care if we quote unquote alpha dudes are giving them any attention or not. If it becomes too hard for them to keep chasing us or to keep the relationship going with us, they're just gonna next us. They have an automatically abundance mindset because they have so many options. So why are you chasing them? If a girl cheats on you, dude, let her go. No, it's not worth it. Are you out of your mind? Do you know what you're giving up when you take a girl back after she cheats on you? I don't want to talk about the relationship lasting long. I don't want to talk about how happy you were together afterwards. None of that. Do you know what the number one thing that you're giving up when you take a woman back after she cheats on you? You're giving up your manhood. How ridiculous does that sound? How big of a cuck are you when you take a woman back after she cheats on you? How ridiculous does that sound, fellas? That's a very feminine thing to do. Women are supposed to take us back when we cheat on them. Do you know why? Because we are the alpha males. We have options. Other women like us. That makes our women like us even more, and puts her in a scarcity mindset about us. That's what we need to be doing. But why are you worried about any of this anyways, fellas? You should be worried about getting the bag, getting your money. You know, it's crazy how many things in your life change when you become rich. You start dropping 50 pounds, you start getting into shape like that. Why? Because now you can afford a high-class personal trainer to get you into shape. You start wearing better clothes, driving better cars. Female hypergamy is real, fellas. So instead of worrying about her cheating on you and getting her back in your life, What you should be worried about is you being the guy she cheats on with while she has a man at home. That's the guy you need to be. And the next girl comes in after she leaves, and the next one comes in, and the next one comes in. But you're not gonna get there. You're not gonna have the luxury of doing so, of rotating girls after girls like that, unless you have your stuff together. Fellas, self-improvement is key dealing with women. I cannot stress this enough. So all these questions that come in your head, and the reason why these questions come in your head is because you think about this subconsciously. Is because thinking subconsciously you want to get married still. Subconsciously you still tell yourself, hey, there's that one girl out there for me. Fellas, why? Look at the marriage laws. Look at the divorce laws. How stupid can you be to even put yourself in a boat like that where she chops your balls off and puts it in her purse? That's what's happening when you get married. You don't have any power. She has all the power. She can just next you like that and take half of your stuff, and you can't do nothing about it. Until this marriage laws and divorce law are changing, I'm not even going to talk about getting married ever again. Ever again. I'm just going to show you guys the cons of it, not the pros. Because the pros, yeah, there are some pros, but do you know when those pros die out? In the first 2 years. That companionship and the loving partner that you'll always have around you for the rest of your life, that phenomena dies out after the first 2 years. It's kids that become the next responsibility that keeps you guys together. So yeah, she might come back to you, you might take her back, and you guys might last, quote unquote, for the rest of your life, but no, it's not worth it. Do you know why? Because you're sacrificing your manhood, you're sacrificing your happiness. Fellas, just because 60% of marriages end in divorce doesn't mean the rest of the 40% are successful. What does successful marriages mean? Happy marriages that the husband or wife are irresistible of each other, right? And they have a happy family together. Just because a family is together doesn't mean it's happy. The guy is there doing his part, the woman is there not doing her part. The guy is there doing his part and her part. That's what the guy is giving up in today's society. Because the woman knows she doesn't have to do anything anymore because now she has the power. She has your kids. That's having even more power. Now she knows you're not going to go anywhere. Because now not only does she take half of your stuff, you also have to pay child support on top of all that. On top of paying her alimony even, depending on which state you live in. You're telling me you're going to risk it all? And after knowing all this, you still want to sit here and ask me if it's worth it? No, it's not worth it. The guy who took this girl back, or the guy who's thinking about taking a girl back who cheated on him, he will never forget this. It's going to haunt him down till the day he dies, especially if he's with her till the day he dies. My girl was on her knees sucking another man off, gargling another man's cum in her mouth, swallowing it up, letting him abuse her body, having his ding-a-ling go in and out, pounding her while she was with me? Oh my God! Do you know how much trauma a person will have after that happens to them? And you're telling me you're going to take that person back? Dude, I feel like you have a higher chance of killing yourself if you take this woman back. Because she's the live example in front of your face every single day of that incident that took place, of her cheating on you. At least if she's out of your sight, she's going to be out of your mind. So you have time and space in your head to think about other things, to improve your life. The one life you'll never get back. Time is running out. No amount of money can buy you 5 more seconds. No amount of money. $5 billion cannot even buy you 5 more seconds. Think about that for a second. Let that sink in. That's how precious time is. And you're telling me you're gonna throw it all just for some chick when there's billions of them out there? No, it's not worth it. Just because you lasted your marriage, you probably had to last your marriage. Otherwise, she'd have taken your stuff and the kids. Maybe you have kids with her. And if you don't have any kids or nothing, if it's just or a marriage attachment, if it's just a relationship, boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing, and she cheats on you, why would you even take her back? Why would you even think about that effect part after that cause happened? From that cause and effect phenomena. There's so many girls out there, so many. Why even bother? Because you already know, if you even think about it, if you even bother letting her come back, you already know there's going to be tons of other thoughts in your head, right? What was she doing with him? How long did she last? How long did they last? How long did they do it for? How many times did he do? How many times did he bust in her? Did he even bust in her? Where did he bust? Did he bust in her mouth? You already know subconsciously these thoughts are going to be running through your head, wild and crazy. Are you telling me you're ready to accept all these thoughts just to last a relationship? Something that is going to be draining your wallet, something that is going to be stunt your growth, something that's going to be hold you back from reaching your maximum potential in life? No, don't give me this power couple bull crap. Oh, I became more successful after I got together with my wife. How many of those relationships last? Or how many of those relationships do you see nowadays? I don't know of a single one. Zero. The number is zero. So don't give me that bull crap. You're on your own here, fellas. You have to make your own money, get your own bag, make your own life successful to the point where you are unstoppable. Where chicks throw themselves at you. See, that's the problem with the guys who think like this about this one-itis. Who have this one-itis and still think about marriage and settling down. You guys are not on your purpose. You have way too much time in your hand thinking about unnecessary useful things like this. You don't have multiple sources of income. I promise you, that guy who asked me this question, he doesn't have multiple sources of income. He doesn't have long-term vision of where he wants to be in life. He's not dreaming big enough. Why wouldn't you dream big enough? Why would you only settle for 60, 70, 80 grand a year instead of 80 million a year? Why? You have one life, one strike at this life. Not even 3 strikes like baseball, just one strike. If you strike out, that's it. If you just hit a home, if you just hit a little bit of ball with the bat and then you run to the first base, you're stuck in the first base now for the rest of your life. Or you have the option to hit a home run. Which path do you want to take? Why don't you want to be better? Let me ask you though, why is it that only 60, 70, 80 grand, 100 grand even is enough for you? Why? I'm not telling you to go make this money to attract more women, fellas. I'm telling you to do it for yourself. So if you're doing it for yourself, why not make the best out of it? Why not do the most? See, my channel's name is zeekpeak. Do you know why I picked the word peak? It's because I wanted to be at the top of everything I did in my life. I wanted to be at the peak. And it rhymed perfectly fine with Zeke. That's why my channel's name is zeekpeak. A lot of guys ask me this. Like, why is it zeekpeak? What does that mean? That's what that means. Fellas, stop worrying about these chicks, fellas. If a woman cheats on you once, she's going to do it again. So the fact that you're even telling me that, hey, if it lasts at what cost, man? At you being a cuck and having her step out on you even more times after it happened once? At that cost? At the cost of your manhood? No freaking way. Get out of here with that bull crap. We're already emasculated by the media, by society. How much more do we have to keep taking? How much more suffering do we have to go through before we finally realize and wake up? This is not how life is supposed to be. You chasing 100 girls a month and getting turned out by 95 of them is not how it's supposed to be. Instead, life is supposed to be so great, so good, where you walk out of your car and women look at you and like, oh man, and their panties are already wet. That's how life is supposed to be. Because you take care of your body, you wear tight-fitting clothes that make your muscles pop, you drive a nice vehicle, they see you're successful, that makes them wet. Wetter than the Niagara Falls. So no, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. It's not even worth it getting into a long-term relationship. But that's another video topic. You guys already know why. But I can still talk about it in another video, not this. And on top of that, you're telling me keep continuing that, keeping that going after she cheats on you? You have to get out of this beta male blue pill conditioning mindset and start thinking like in red pill alpha. Doesn't matter if you're R1, doesn't matter if you have that much money, it doesn't matter if your body is there yet, doesn't matter if you have the game down yet with women. As long as this is right, as long as your mindset is right, the rest of it will fall into place eventually. Pretty quick, actually. So you have to get out of that world, blue pill world. I promise you, the guy who's asking me this, you're still living in that world. Hope this video made sense. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video to your friends. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.